And when they all play together in harmony, that's when people lean in, tap their feet, and remember the song long after it's finished. But if it was just one note, over and over, people tune out. Friends, have you ever felt like God was nudging you to do something, but it feels so far out of your comfort zone that you want to run the other way? Well, you're not alone. Welcome to the Her Brand, Her Calling podcast, and I'm so glad you're here. This is a space for Christian women like you who want to build something that honors God, a ministry, a faith-led business, a brand that points people back to Him. We're here to talk about the messy parts, the obedience parts, the trust parts, as we dig into branding, business, and faith, so you can build with purpose and boldness, even if you feel unqualified. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's grow together. Hey, my friend, I'm so glad to have you here with me today. You know, as a small business owner, it's so easy to think branding isn't for me. It's for the big corporations with the big budgets and the marketing teams. But friend, here's the truth. Branding matters just as much, and honestly, sometimes even more when you're small. And today I want to show you why. And listen, I totally get it. When you're just starting out or even a few years in, branding can feel like this, nice to have, and that you'll do it and figure it out much later on when you can. It's like the sprinkles on top of a cupcake. It's pretty, but not essential. But here's the thing. Branding isn't the sprinkles. Branding is the flour, the sugar, the eggs, the ingredients that actually make that cupcake hold together in the first place. Without it, well, you don't really have a cupcake now, do you? So before we dive in, let's just clear this up. And you hear me say this a few times. Branding is not just a logo. It's not just some fonts and just colors. Branding is the whole experience people have of you and your business. It's the way you show up, the way you tell your story. It's the feeling people get when they interact with you, even before they buy from you or work with you. Think of it like this. If your business was a person walking into a room, branding is the outfit they wear, the tone of voice they use, and the way they carry themselves. Without that, well, it's just a little bit awkward, right? Now, because I love rooting everything in Scripture, let's look at what God says. Proverbs 16 verse 3 reminds us, "Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans." That includes your branding. When we give Him every part of our business, yes, even the fonts and the colors, He establishes the plan and brings clarity where there has been confusion. And in 1 Corinthians 10 verse 31 it says, "So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do it all for the glory of God." And that's everything. The way we serve, the way we speak, and yes, the way we show up visually all reflects Him. Now let me give you an analogy. Hopefully you won't forget. Imagine you're at a farmer's market and you see two stalls selling honey. One has a handwritten cardboard sign, mismatched jars, and the owner is mumbling about prices and don't seem really sure in what they're selling. And then you look over and there's another stall and they've got beautiful jars with clear labels, consistent colors, and the seller is smiling, telling you the story about their family's bees. Which one do you buy from? Probably the second one, right? And here's the thing. The honey might taste the same, but the experience is completely different. And that's branding at work. So let's get practical. Branding builds trust and credibility. So when you show up consistently and professionally, people trust you. A polished, thought-through brand signals that you take your work very seriously, and it makes people feel more confident to work with you. It helps you stand out, especially in today's world where there are a million people doing what you're doing. Your brand is what sets you apart. It's what makes people say, yes, that one's for me. Because we are all unique, right? Branding ensures consistency. So consistency builds trust. If your website looks one way, Instagram the other way, your flyers another way, people get confused, and confusion never builds confidence. And here's the thing. Consistency doesn't mean fancy. You don't need 25 colors. Choose a simple palette, my friends. Just 2 to 3 fonts and stick to them. Let people start recognizing you. Recognition builds trust. And listen, if your stuff feels messy right now, that's pretty normal. Honestly, more people are in the boat than you know. And in fact, I myself am currently redoing my own website because my messaging has shifted as my audience has changed. And I've needed to update my visuals and words so that they actually reflect where God is leading me right now. And this is exactly what branding does. It grows with you. And it's also exactly where working with a designer like myself, someone who specializes in visual identity, can help bring clarity that you're craving. Branding fosters loyalty. And when your brand reflects your values and personality, people connect with it emotionally. They feel like they know you, and that keeps them coming back and even recommending you to others. Branding saves you money in the long term. DIY branding might feel cheap at first, but messy branding usually leads to a rebrand down the road, which ends up costing more. Starting with a strong, thought-out brand saves time, money, and stress later on. Now, let me give you another analogy. Think about your brand as a front door, your front door to your house, let's say, and when someone comes to your house, the door sets the tone. If it's freshly painted, with a welcome mat and looks pretty, they instantly feel at ease. But if it's squeaky, peeling, and just dirty, they're not sure if they're at the right house and might just walk away. Your branding is your business's front door. It tells people you're in the right place. Come on in. And I want to make sure we address this. Sometimes people think branding is about being flashy or selling out, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Branding is about clarity and serving your audience well by removing confusion. It's about creating an atmosphere where people understand who you are and what you stand for. Because here's the thing, when your message is clear, people don't have to sit and guess. They can focus on the transformation you bring, the service you provide, and the calling God has given you. And one last analogy, because I can't resist. Today we are full of analogies. Branding is like music. Okay, so your logo is the opening note. So important. But it doesn't make the song on its own. Your colors and fonts and visuals are the instruments, and your messaging is the lyrics. And when they all play together in harmony, that's when people lean in, tap their feet, and remember the song long after it's finished. But if it was just one note, over and over, people tune out. That's why branding matters, even for small businesses. So, friend, if you've been asking yourself, well, should I really invest in branding my business? The answer is yes. Not because it makes you look fancy. Well, it kind of does, but you know what I mean. It helps you serve with clarity, consistency, and excellence, all of which reflect our God. And if you'd like a little help in getting started, just discovering your brand, I've got that free resource. The PDF is in the show notes. It will help you just prayerfully map out your visuals, message, and your purpose so that you can move forward with confidence and clarity. All right, friends, that's it for today. And I'm so glad you've been here with me. Remember, your brand is more than a logo. It's a story God's writing through your business. And hey, if this episode has encouraged you, would you please do me a favor and share it with another faith-led woman who needs to hear this, or leave a quick review wherever you are listening. It really helps more women find the podcast and be encouraged in their calling. My friends, remember to show up with confidence, knowing that God's got you. Blessings until next time.